Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good evening to Madam Nur Adiba binti Zamri. My name is Ahmad Iqbal bin Mashafizi, and I am from 3C7. So today, I'll be delivering my speech. Study shows that teenagers below 16 years old are more likely to experience crash compared to any other stages of age. There are several reasons why this problem occur and happen. Children below 16 years old, they do not have experience in driving. They are lack of experience in driving. when they when they start to drive, they do not familiar with the gas. They do not know how to put their feet on the gas. They also do not familiar with how the steering wheel works. Also, they need to adapt on how the brake works on the car. So in general, they do not familiar with what real life driving situation is. Moreover, teenagers are also bad in making decisions. As we all know that teenagers have some kind of feeling that they need to do something in rush. For example, I mean that teenagers always rush things. They have that sense and emotions which is very unstable for teenagers. So when it comes to driving, it can be really dangerous and even can cause crash. The the emotions that I said is, for example, they are not good in making decisions. For example, when they need to change lane, they they don't use signals because they don't think further. They do not notice if there are any other car beside them. So they just change lane whenever they want. So that is very bad for the teenagers. Moreover is teenagers also are more likely to drive fast. This is because um, they want something fun for them. They want something exciting. That is what teenagers are. So in Malaysia, teenagers below 17 years old cannot get the driving license. People can only get their driving license when they reach the age of 17 years old. Then only they can get the driving license. there are there are there are strong reasons why the Malaysian government do this to avoid the underage drivers to drive around freely and do not and do not care and afraid to the authorities. So the Malaysian government really did well on on choosing um, what age should people drive in this country. There is a solution that can stop the teenagers or the underage drivers to drive around the city or town. For example, is the authorities such as the PDRM and also JPJ can do regular roadblocks in certain areas. For example, in area A, which is in, for example, in Gombak, it should have at least three or 2 or 3 times roadblocks in a month, so that when the authorities did this, the teenagers will do not have the courage to drive around if they haven't got any driving license. Moreover, the parents of their children also will not let the children to drive around without any license. So when the authorities such as the PDRM and the JPG do regular roadblocks, they will know teenagers without license to drive around in our country. Moreover, the the teenagers who were caught driving without any license should be taken to the court and should be fined with huge amount of money. So when the authorities apply this method, the parents and also the people will not easily let their children to drive around without any driving license. So when this happen, crash rate and accident rate might decrease due to no underage driving that has no driving license. um, I strongly believe that when all the people do their job and do their work, um, when all people do their work completely right, for example, if the teenagers understand the law which they cannot drive until they got the driving license, I think it will reduce the crash rate in Malaysia and also in the world when the teenagers around the world do not drive and obey the law. And I think the government also will need to play their role so that they can decrease the rate of crash in the country, and also they can prevent any other injuries, because when underage driving is become normalized, it it will not affect the drivers itself, but it can also affect other people's life. For example, teenagers can crash their car and hit other people's car. So this is very dangerous and very bad to the society. So everyone should play their role. Everyone should play their role strongly, and this problem might be solved, and we can have a better future and better safety in the road. Thank you very much, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.